Wonderful Sunday evening, January 14th, 2024. And it's the eve of what would have been Dr. King's 95th birthday. And I hope tomorrow, you have a chance to watch the National Day of Commemoration that will be recorded live, televised live. You can find it on YouTube. 9 o'clock in the morning, and someone very special is going to be the chairperson, MC. Yeah, Pastor Reginald Wayne Sharp Jr., a dynamic, wonderful man, leader, and so many other treats are in store. But we're going to continue our celebration of what took place before Dr. King's life, which was in 1929. Yeah. And during his lifetime too, because this was the tail end. In etchings, talking about art. Oh, my love, my joy. In etchings, prints, paintings, and sculpture, Arturo Schomburg saw not just art, but also, oh my, I wish I couldn't see it, there's a shadow. But he also saw an opportunity to offer visible proof of the talent and accomplishments of African descendants. Yes, African descendants. The eye, he supposed, would refute the lie. Let me move this water and bring this lamp closer. Yeah, okay. Yes, he does that help. The eye, he supposed, would refute the lie. Arturo was drawn to work showing Black subjects, regardless of the artist's skin color, and to works created by Black artists, regardless of subject matter. Whether he was collecting the work of Harlem Renaissance painters such as Aaron Douglas and Lois Malalou Jones, sculptors like Charles Henry Joseph Cortier, or Spanish Baroque artists like Sebastian Gomez and Juan de Pareja, Arturo embraced and pursued art with the same passion and persistence that he did book buying. Art, he thought, might teach those who would never read a rare book. I tell you, this was a Renaissance man. He delved in so many areas, and that's what makes life fulfilling and rich. Not just sitting, being a couch potato. Nothing wrong with watching some entertainment, but some of the time we gotta watch some documentaries and take notes and do something with that information and knowledge. I'm just saying. Spain. Woo. Arturo Schomburg had gained respect from Harlem's intellects, but he had yet to trace his own roots. African, Spanish, and, oh my goodness, I can't see. And Taino Indian, from the Caribbean to Europe and Africa. Oh my goodness. So he voyaged across the Atlantic, not to collect, but to connect the dots. I depart now, he said, on a mission of love to recapture, oh no, you can't see the picture like that. Excuse me. I bring this. Okay. Is that better? Mm-hmm. To recapture my lost heritage. He mined libraries, museums, and rare bookstores for Spain's link in the chain of slavery. He beheld masterworks painted by African hands and marveled at palaces and mosques built by the Arab and African Muslims who ruled Spain for 700 years. These scenes and canvases Arturo filed in his mind's eye. Oh, he was inquisitive. Touring Spain, France, Germany, and England did not produce answers to all his questions. But Arturo had more than enough facts to take home. This was Schomburg's only trip to Europe, and the farthest he would ever travel. No distance was too great to set history straight. Yeah. So let's see here. The islands. Arturo Alfonso Schomburg may have, I have to change this to this. Let's see. Would that help? You see how tiny this print is? Oh my goodness. Arturo Schomburg Alfonso may have felt kinship with African Americans and their cause of equality, and even worked to build pride among them. He may have adopted the anglicized version of his name, Arthur, and insisted that his children speak only English and not Spanish, his own mother tongue. But he never lost his love for the Caribbean and his longing for Puerto Rico, the island of his birth. His research took him back to the Caribbean and to Latin America. Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Panama, and Cuba. Arturo was a bridge between great minds in Havana and Harlem. In 1932, he met Cuban poet Nicholas Guillen, and with Club Atenas, a group of writers, artists, and scholars who celebrated Cuba's rich and colorful cultural heritage. Most of Arturo's publications focused on the Caribbean and Spain. His first, an article on the Haitian Revolution and Independence at the 135th Street Library in Harlem, Arturo organized exhibitions of Cuban folklore and literature. But despite his yearnings, he never visited Puerto Rico after 1909. So like I said, King was born 1929, so this is way before his time. His epitaph. Oh, already? It was this proverb: a book like a golden, how can I do this? A book like a golden carried in a pocket. No, like a garden. Oh, you see how tiny this is? I'm going to show you his picture in a moment. Carried in a pocket is true. Then Arturo Alfonso Schomburg, the historian and book collector, had a great thumb and a harvest of pride. There was no field of human endeavor that he did not till with his determined hand, that he did not sow with seeds of curiosity, where he did not weed out lies and half-truths, or that he did not water with a growing sense of African awareness and heritage. If a book is a garden carried in a pocket, then Schomburg yielded a bumper crop, blanketed Mount Kilimanjaro with African violets. What a dynamic man! That was his epitaph. What is your epitaph going to be? That's a big word. I know this is for kids, but all of us have to think about how we are leaving a legacy every day. And you can pause this to look at his timeline of life. I didn't know that we were going to finish on the eve of Dr. King's birthday. Well, thank you so much, Carol Boston Weatherford. She lives in North Carolina. We know she's a Coretta Scott King, which was Dr. King's wife, widow. She is award winner, becoming Billie Holiday and some other when Harriet Tubman led her people to freedom. And as far as Eric Velasquez, the illustrator, he lives in Hartsdale, New York, and he won the Coretta Scott King John Steptoe Award for New Talent for his work as the illustrator of The Piano Man and so many other accolades. All right, guys. So remember, Schomburg built a library. What are we going to build? What legacy are we working on to develop for the future? We are to be a restorer of paths. So let's think about how we can make it better out here. All right. Enjoy evening.